I was born Eleanora Fagan on April 7, 1915, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but you can call me Billie. Life didn't hand me the easiest cards, but I made my way through it, step by step. My father, Clarence Holliday, was a jazz musician, but he was mostly absent from my life. As a child, I had to grow up fast. My mother couldn't always protect me from the world, and I saw things I was too young to understand. The racial prejudice, the harshness of a society that didn't give a damn about Black lives, and the loneliness I often felt. The hurt was deep. I found solace in the music of jazz, blues, and gospel. I wasn't always the best student, but I could sing like no one's business. That was my gift. Even as a young girl, I sang in the streets of Harlem and started performing in clubs when I was barely a teenager. In 1933, I made my first recording with Benny Goodman, but that wasn't where my real journey began. That was just a small footnote. What made me Billie Holiday was the moment I stood on stage at the Cafe Society in New York. It was there that I truly started to show the world who I was. It wasn't just the melodies that made people stop in their tracks. It was the way I could take a song and twist it, transform it into something much bigger. I made every song my own, made every performance a part of my life story, but it wasn't all glamorous. My rise to fame came with a cost. I was a Black woman in a world that wanted to keep me in a box. The studios and the public wanted to shape me into something they could understand, but I refused. I didn't want to be the Black exotic singer in Hollywood. In 1939, I recorded Strange Fruit, a haunting song about the lynching of Black men and women in the South. It was a moment that changed me forever. The first time I heard it, I knew it was something I had to sing, no matter the cost. But let me tell you, no one wanted me to sing it. No one wanted to hear the truth it carried. It was too raw, too real for a world that was still trying to sugarcoat the realities of race in America. But I sang it. I sang it with everything I had. And when I did, the room would fall silent, and I could feel the weight of every word hang in the air. Still, my life wasn't without its battles. I fought addiction. I struggled with love, with loneliness, and with the demons that seemed to chase me no matter how hard I ran. I had my share of heartbreak that was often self-inflicted. My love life was never easy. Relationships with men were turbulent, sometimes abusive, and always full of pain. I loved too deeply and gave too much, and often, I didn't know how to protect my heart. But even through it all, I kept singing. Singing wasn't just what I did, it was what kept me alive. Despite the fame, the accolades, and the immense talent, I was always fighting for something more than success. I was fighting for dignity. I was fighting for my place in a world that wanted to erase my story. I didn't need to be anyone's idea of a star. I just needed to be me.